Okay.
All right, guys, welcome back to episode 15 of Muscle Mommies. I'm Nona.
I'm Audive, and we missed you guys.
Yes. Today we have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about
The missing mommy.
the missing mommy. What has happened? It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then
we just have a lot to catch you up on.
a lot. I'm sorry for the last episode that didn't go live. Things happened,
Yeah.
but you're going to know now.
We'll fill you guys in. And also, like, just trailing into the topic for today is going to be a really interesting one. We're going to talk about fitness and travel and how you can mix those two, what happens when we travel, and a topic that I feel like needs to be discussed more.
Exactly. Because, summer's coming up and you guys are going to be out of school soon.
Traveling. Preparing for summer.
Exactly. All the good things. Okay. I mean,
How about we start off with why she's missing?
okay, so we're
Just a
missing
little
someone. We're missing. And it's Elena. So things have,
Yeah. Dude, things hit the fan.
hit the fan, bro.
Like a million times.
yeah.
They're just for just a short summarized version so we don't spend forever on this.
Yeah.
We just kept finding places to move into, and things were okay, and then it was a construction site that was just being built, and the city was taking longer to approval of like water and power for like could be months. So we were like, okay, well, forget that place, we're moving in now, because Elena had moved in with anticipation of us moving in that week to that place.
Yeah.
And then we kept like having trouble finding another place that we liked, that was in a location that we liked. We found one place, and I don't know, it was just like this constant like trial and error. And after it failed, I was like, we should just pause and maybe reconvene like when things look better, or maybe come more prepared. It's not even that we weren't prepared though, because we had a place that we were going to go into that we love so much, and then that was the place that was like, oh, it's gonna take possibly months to approve for water and power because it was a brand new building.
Yeah.
And that's when things just started hitting the fan, and we really tried to find another place, make something happen, but there were so many obstacles, and we were just like, yeah, I think it's just best that we take that challenge another time when it makes more sense for us, and like we don't keep failing. Maybe we like, try it from a distance, figure it out for sure, and then
Yeah, exactly. Like the thing is, like we like apply to multiple places, like multiple units, kept on getting denied back to back. Kind of lost hope at this point because we're wasting time, you know? Like we want to get on with our lives, and it's not fair for Elena to be over here like
trapped,
so it's like, okay, you know what, everyone go back to like square one, go back to the beginning. We're just gonna do our own thing, and then hopefully in the future when it's meant for us to like be together, we'll find a way to be together. But in the meantime, since
traveling,
so in the meantime, if we're not going to be living together, at least we could like in some way be together. And that's when we said, you know what, we're going to start traveling more consistently together. And that's a goal of ours to like just pick up adventures and create memories by going to new places,
sightseeing, because we have the same love of experiencing different cultures, different countries, so that's something that like we'll conquer together finally.
Exactly. And we're super excited, and like talking about the concept of travel. The reason why we didn't record Muscle Mommies and didn't drop last Monday was because we were in Miami for Elena's birthday. 22nd birthday. Oh my god.
So 22, 23, 24.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm 22 still.
Yeah, but turning 23. I'm 23.
I'm like, let me hold on to it.
And I'm 23, turning 24.
That's crazy.
I don't even like to say that.
You know what? To be honest, I think we all should subtract 2 years from our age because COVID took 2 years off of our lives.
That's
so
facts.
Technically, I'm 20.
And I'm 21.
Yeah. Yep. Technically, I'm 20. So I'm 20. She's 21. And Elena's 18. 20.
She just turned 22. You did your math wrong.
2 years.
She's 20.
21. You'd be 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm 21.
I'm 22. I'm still like...
Let's get that situated, please. Age is just a number from now on. Okay,
Yeah.
literally.
After you pass like 23, you're just like, I never want to talk about it again.
age is, even though we're young, we're like
We're
babies,
young. It's
bro.
so crazy that they make women, society like
yeah.
make women feel like you're old at like 25.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
I mean, I guess
Bro.
because of our eggs by like 30 or whatever, but it's so crazy because women at like 25 are like, oh my god, but men at 30 are like, I'm in my prime.
Yeah, you know, I don't
That's how
like
we
that.
should feel though.
Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. It's like people don't realize that in your 20s, okay, literally, like, I want to say 30s are still very young. 30s are their new 20s, to be honest, because, like, if you think about it, life isn't like back then. Like, people are living longer, right? People are living, like, the average, like, life is, like, what, in your, like, late, like, 80s or something now? When back then it was, like, 50 was old. 50 was when you died, you know? Like, 50 was, like, the end of the life, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, because of, like, the people living longer, like, we're still young where we are.
I agree.
Stop age shaming. Why do I feel like I'm old if I'm 22 years
That's what
old?
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Why
not
do we feel
okay.
that way?
People are still in college my age.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some people are
and your
starting
age.
college
Yeah.
at that age.
People are still in school.
They
and
take a
I'm
little
like,
gap and go back to college.
Yeah.
Oh, like being young and being a woman.
Oh, yeah. Ageism. Man.
Take that elsewhere, not here.
Take that elsewhere. Take your negativity elsewhere.
What?
I'm
What
going to
did
be
you-
young forever.
You didn't even say a word there.
I said, take your negativity
No,
elsewhere. Man.
I'm gonna replay that just so everyone can hear it. It was literally like elsewhere.
Take your negativity elsewhere. Stop. That's funny.
But
Anyways,
let's talk about Miami. How was Miami?
it was nice. It was fun. I loved it. The people were very like, you know, but you know what? I realized maybe it's an East Coast thing, but Miami people have the same energy as New York people.
Wait, really?
Like, they got that I don't care attitude. Like, do it yourself. Like, get out of my way. I love it. But it's also like, I'm from LA and everyone's like nice over here. So it's like, I was like saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And they're like,
Yeah. Oh my god,
And
I've
I'm like,
realized that. I've realized that like whenever I hang out with people who are not from LA, that like I'll be at like a restaurant and like they'll do anything. I'll be like, thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And like everyone else is just like,
yeah.
it's not even that they're being rude. They're just not overextending. Like
exactly.
they'll say maybe once, they'll be like, oh thanks. And then for me, it's like every time I stop, I'm like, thanks, thank you,
Yeah,
thank
literally.
you.
Even if they bring me water like 10 times, I'm like, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, they fill it in.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks.
Literally. So I was like, maybe we're just overly nice over here.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? When Elena came here, she said she doesn't think that LA people are nice
What?
compared to Texas people. And I mean, I don't know, obviously, because I've never been there, but I
Yeah.
think LA people are nice. So then
Yeah.
I guess Texas people are even nicer than that.
Whoa. I kind
maybe-
of want to go to Texas and see what's up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Just sit at a restaurant and people watch.
Yeah, people watch. How do you guys behave? What is your actions?
What did you guys do for like specifically for Elena's birthday?
Okay, so we flew in. Literally, I flew in and we went out that night. We went out onto like their like fashion district, which is like the Melrose of like LA, and like we tried to get into the like one of these like bougie clubs, and then like we had a table, right? And then like
Wait, you had a table?
the friend group had a table.
Okay.
Like we had a table, and then like we were dressed up, and apparently one of the guys was like a little bit dressed down. Like he wasn't even dressed down. In my opinion, I think he was dressed up. But like their dress code was like dress shirts, like button ups.
Oh, that's usually how it is for boys. It's so
Yeah,
dumb.
literally. So they didn't let us go in. So like we were just like walking around that night. We're just walking around, and then we ended up at a Cuban like restaurant, which is really cool. And honestly, like the food was bomb.
I was about to say sounds bomb.
And we were there, like basically just ate and we went home, and it was a good time. Honestly, I had a lot of fun, like just not doing anything. It was really cool. I really loved it. And then the next night, the next day comes, we go and we have a little gym sesh, and then we go to the beach. And oh my god, I think the best part of Miami for me was like the beach.
Was it beautiful or like what's the
It
difference?
was crystal clear. It was warm.
Wait,
Aref.
really?
Warm.
We do not have that
warm
here.
water. Literally. No fish, no nothing. Sand was very smooth, like white sand. It's just like
That's
it's
beautiful.
like your dream of a beach, and I just loved it. we went there, and then we went out the night to a Latin club. It was so fun. Like let me tell you guys, Miami people know how to party. All right, they know how to party.
I figured that's like with Miami's specialty.
Yeah, clubbing, nightlife. It was super fun. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm excited, and I know that Elena had like such a good time.
Yeah.
So I was like, she had probably like what she could have imagined to be her best birthday for what she had planned in the time that she had planned it. So I'm happy for her. Happy
exactly.
You guys had a good time.
And that was the goal. The goal was make sure Elena has a really amazing birthday.
Yeah.
Because birthdays are supposed to be special. So I'm very happy that that plan was accomplished.
Yeah, I agree. I think birthdays are meant, like, I love to treat people on their birthdays.
Exactly. It's so special. It's like everyone should be spoiled and feel amazing. No one should have a sad birthday.
Yeah. That's heartbreaking.
I always get so sad when people are like, oh, I cried on my birthday. I'm like, no. Yeah. No, next birthday I will make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, me
I will
too.
literally fly across the world for you, bro. Yeah,
so it breaks my heart to imagine someone like, because I feel like there's that anticipation of that day being special.
Yeah,
so when
and you have
someone,
all these like things in your head,
and when someone doesn't make it special, it could like break somebody's heart. I literally hate that too. When someone's like, I felt lonely on my birthday. I just like my heart shatters.
Yeah, and you know why people feel lonely on their birthday? It's like because like, okay, I get it. On your birthday,
I know
like,
what you're gonna say.
I'm special, and I want to see if people
care
think
that
I'm special too, and like would put like an arm out or like put effort in to show me that I'm special in their lives, you know, by doing something for my birthday. And a lot of people are busy with their lives. Obviously, they have a lot of things going wrong, or like around and stuff like that, so they don't have time to like, you know, like go crazy on your birthday. So you're like, oh, I'm sad. But again, like I used to be like that, and I used to never celebrate my birthdays because of that. And then like then I was like, no, it's my birthday. I get to plan it how I want, and I'm going to make it special for myself.
That's the idea.
And I'm going to do little things. You know what? I like this coffee shop. On my birthday, I'm going to go to this coffee shop, and then I'm going to go and to this like cool place, and then I'm going to do that. You need to plan out your birthday so you're not sitting home and expecting other people to bring you happiness when you should bring yourself happiness, because you freaking deserve that.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Say it fucking louder, dude.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's literally facts. Like every single time in your life that you depend on your happiness, you depend on someone else for your happiness, you're just gonna be constantly disappointed. And that doesn't mean, I feel like when birthdays come around and someone doesn't get what they expect from other people, that doesn't mean people don't care about you. It really doesn't. There could be a crazy amount of reasons that someone is not as maybe reactive for your birthday as you had wanted them to be. It's the anticipation that makes that so painful, like, and that makes that so sad, like just anticipating something large or sweet or grand from your friends, and you deserve it. That's true. But then just like Nona's saying, if you deserve it, give it to yourself. Exactly. You know? And also it's like for your birthdays, like I never really do anything for my birthdays either, and never have for literally every year of my life. It's like you will maybe realize that people really do care about your birthday and care about your presence and the fact that you exist if you plan something for your birthday.
Exactly.
When you don't plan anything for your birthday and you just wait, like it's not even that people don't want to, it's just like very few times in your life will you meet someone who's gonna like plan your birthday party for you.
Exactly.
That's like something your sister, your sibling might do, your parent might do, maybe your loved one might do. But your friends, even though they might want to, they might not even think that you want that if you've never done anything for your birthday. They might not understand what you would want for your birthday. So if you just say, okay, forget it. 1 year, I'm not going to sit and wait for people to prove that they care about me and then be really sad when they don't. I'm going to do everything that I love for my birthday, and I'm going to invite people to join me.
Exactly.
And then you'll see how much people care and love to be there with you, you know? Like you have to open that door for them, I think, because they might just be like, well, I don't even know what she wants for her birthday. I'm just going to send a message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you never know what they're thinking on the other end. You got to give it to yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm very happy that she had fun. Yeah. And like talking about like vacations.
Yeah.
And like I gained like, honestly I need to weigh myself again, but I also never checked the scale, but I saw like I changed, like my body type changed. Like I noticed that I lost a lot of muscle mass. So I was like, I'm just curious, like did I gain weight or did I lose weight when I was on vacation? And I went on the scale and I was like, I gained 8 pounds, and that's like, whoa, you know? So I was like, oh, okay. Like at first I was like, oh, that like makes sense, because like, you know, you're out on vacation, you're eating whatever you want, like you're not consistently training and stuff like that. And for me, like I gained weight extremely quickly, like quickly. So I was like, oh, like I gained weight, and you shouldn't be like beating yourself up when you go on vacation and gain weight. Like it's totally fine. Vacations are meant to be enjoyed, and you shouldn't be stricter on yourself and like beating yourself down. Weight gain is okay, and when you come back, you just get back on track, and you shouldn't like, like go crazy hard with your workouts again. Just like go back on track with what you were doing.
Right.
Don't punish yourself for the weight gain that you gained on vacation.
There should never be anything reactive with
Yeah.
fitness and health. It should never be like, I didn't, so I'm going to go 10 times harder. I didn't eat right, so I'm going to completely restrict myself from the things that I love. That's how when you're going to create those really bad habits and relationships with something that's supposed to make you feel better. If it's going to be like a punishment, like think of like when you were younger, like anything someone did to you as a punishment, if it was a task you had to do. Let's say like every time you misbehaved, you had to clean dishes. How much do you hate cleaning now? You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
if every time you got in trouble, you had to stay in your room, like how I bet you don't really like spending a lot of time in your room. You rather be outside in the living room, somewhere else, a shared space. It's like you can't ever relate something negative to that. Plus, like traveling is a beauty. Like eating food from
It's
other
a privilege.
it's a privilege, and it's like your body gaining weight or losing weight depending on how you ate when you were on vacation is literally the embodiment of your experience there. Like that's cool. Like those extra few pounds that are sitting on you are another culture's food that you enjoyed while you were there. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Like your body resembles like your experiences, your favorite foods. Like
Exactly.
nothing bad about that at all.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Like tell me if you're the same way, but when you go on vacation, for me it's like it's toxic, I know, but my bank account is limitless.
Yeah.
And everything else is limitless.
It took
but I be spending money. I came back and I was like, shit, I'm broke, bro. And I'm like,
But that's how you should travel. That's why I know you'd be my travel buddy, because I think when you travel, you gotta be ready to spend.
Oh yeah, you gotta be spender.
There should be no cap. So then it's like
Yeah.
you should always go with cushion to be
Exactly.
because like when I'm there, like if I go to Bali, I'm gonna be like, take me here, take me on this
Yeah,
tour,
I
take
want
me
the full experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rich in my head, you know.
Yeah.
But then like I need to be careful. But it's like
Yeah.
whatever, I'll deal with that when I come back.
Yeah.
I'll make up that money for me, you know.
Yeah, the experience.
Yeah,
is
the experience
priceless.
is more. Yeah, exactly, priceless. And like also, yeah, my bank account is like unlimited in my head when I go on vacation.
That's a really
also-
funny way of putting it. I
Right?
love that. Yeah.
Right? And then like also my diet is too. You know, I'm not going on vacation and be like, I can't eat that.
Yeah.
I can't have that donut and then that croissant and that burger all in the same day.
I
I'm not
could,
like that.
yeah.
For me, it's like if I want it and I know it's gonna bring me happiness, I'm eating that shit right now. You
But
know what?
let me
Order
ask you
more. I
something.
want to enjoy everything. And you know what? I don't care if I gain weight because you know what? Weight is something that fluctuates and it's not like hard to stone. It's like when you gain. It's not like when you gain weight, it's the end of the world. Okay, so what? I gained a couple few pounds. I'll go home and I'll shred that off. You know, like it's totally
100%.
fine. Relax, people.
Yeah. And let me ask you something. Isn't that how you genuinely live life anyway? If
Exactly.
you think about it, right?
Balance.
Yes. So that even carries on to travel. Like
Yeah.
when you establish that balance at home and in a place where you have all the freedom of choice in the world, like you could be strict and you could not be strict and you choose to be in the middle where it's like, if I want it, I'm going to have it. I'm just going to try to develop a lifestyle that wants it less.
Exactly.
That I prefer those healthy foods, so I make them in such tasty ways that I crave those instead of that bag of chips, even though when I want that I'll have it. So when you travel, it's not hard to keep that balance, and it's not hard to not judge yourself for being balanced and eating things that you want, or if anything, falling out of balance. If you're all day, like one day you're just partying, let's say, like it's a travel and it's a night out and you're partying and you maybe don't eat as much as you would want to, or you eat and you're also drinking. You know what I'm saying? It's like something that you're not going to hurt yourself about. You're like, you know, when you build that foundation, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like one day is not going to send me back. Just like when I was working my ass off, 3 weeks didn't even make a difference. So one day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week of vacation, it's like my body and my health habits took 5 years. 6 years, you know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So if it took me that long to build it, I'm not crushing it within a week.
Exactly.
And you know, and I think it's also important that like when you're traveling and like you create this lifestyle of balance, it makes traveling and still sustaining your goals possible. You get what I'm saying? Like when we built the lifestyle that we built with like choosing healthier foods and all these things, it's like when we travel, it doesn't matter what happens, you're gonna fall back onto those habits eventually. So like imagine a long travel, like let's say to Bali. If me, you, and Elena go, I can imagine like benders and like food, crazy foods, all of that. Like when you get that first taste, but it would take literally a week or 2 weeks before we're like, all right, I'm bored. I'm going back to my lifestyle. You get what I'm
Literally,
saying?
yeah,
You get your
yeah.
fix and you're done.
Exactly. And that's the best way to live life.
Yeah.
Literally. Literally, mate.
And
Literally.
I think this conversation is cool because a lot of people punish themselves or worry about vacation because their goals are going to fall out of line.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing is going to happen because of your weekend trip in Miami. ever.
Exactly. Literally, bro, you're fine. Live life.
Yeah.
You know, like,
And
it's
enjoy
fine.
things while you can at this
Yeah.
age.
Literally, you're young. Like, I think people take their lives for granted. Like, I know for sure I took my youth for granted, even though we're both still super young. But
Yeah.
it's like, I wish I didn't take life so seriously when I was in high school. You know,
Oh, I think about that all
like,
the
why
time.
did I think it was the end of the world if I did not get a B in, if I didn't get an A in like AP, like playing or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It was just like, enjoy your life, enjoy your youth. Don't be so hard on yourself. Eat that cookie. Like, you're not gonna die.
Yeah,
you're not
take
gonna
that vacation
take
without
that
worrying about
vacation.
anything.
Yeah, you know, like the purpose of life is to simply live life, and that is that.
Yeah, and every single time you start worrying about these like minute, minuscule things, like you take away from your experience of life.
Exactly.
Like imagine traveling to a different country and coming back and worrying about the number that's on the scale. Like you just experienced a different part of the world.
Yeah.
You're in high school and you haven't even started the first quarter of your life, and you're worried about like stressing over what your friends have to say, what you're gonna wear, what you're not gonna
Yeah.
wear, if you're gonna be judged, if you're not gonna be judged. It's like those little things take away from the beauty of life. You literally
Exactly.
remove yourself from existing and you just worry all the time.
I agree. 100%. You know what? Someone told me it's like, it doesn't matter. They were like, okay, let's say you're stressed about something, right? Would that thing matter
I've heard this.
in the next 5 years? If no, then drop it, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you stressed?
Why? That's such a good. I've
If
heard
it
that
doesn't,
before.
yeah, right. If it doesn't matter in the next 5 years, it's not something to stress about.
It's like irrelevant.
It's relevant. Yeah, exactly. Irrelevant. Yeah.
What was that? Yeah. And it's not easy, I think, to adopt a mindset like this. It's not even like
Yeah.
we've mastered it or anything. Like I definitely stress out about like the dumbest things all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. Like I have anxiety. Like I stress out about things all the time. But I recognize this conversation that I'm having, and I've definitely noticed the difference in the way that I view things in my own life, that I stopped really worrying about little things. Like I honestly, this is similar to the topic, but I just like no longer care what people think about me.
Exactly.
And I used to care so much,
yeah.
and it would stop me from doing things. It would stop me from wearing things. And now I'm literally like, what the hell was wrong with me? But you hear women in their 40s and 30s say that. They say, I spent my entire 20s worrying about what I was doing, what I was not doing, and taking away from my experience. And now I do whatever the hell I want, and I wear whatever the hell I want. And it shouldn't take us that long to realize that.
Exactly.
you know?
Period.
We should. It's our life.
Yeah. Don't you feel free?
Yeah, I
Don't
do.
you feel happier?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's good.
Prior
It's
to
good.
that, it's like you feel like you're in a box.
Mhm.
You know, you feel like you're not really moving how you want to. You're just moving how you're not going to be judged. But it's like the reality of it is you're always going to be judged. There's always going to be someone who's going to say something about what you're doing and what you're not doing. So why not just do what you want to do?
Do what you want to do, because those people who judge, it's their own perspective on life. It's not you. It's not your fault that they're going to say that about you. It's them. It's their fault. It's their thoughts in their heads that were like influenced by their perspective on anything that happened in their life. You know?
Yeah, you're right. Let me give you an example. So I record with a tripod at the gym,
Mhm.
okay? And that was a big milestone for me because I used to prop it up like on like the corner of a bench like this on my water bottle because I was nervous of being a nuisance, right? But then I'm like, if the gym allows it, why am I a nuisance? That's one. These are the reflections that I have now. But two, I started doing it. I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I just put the tripod up and I recorded, by the way, and it changed my life. So if you ever are doing something that you enjoy and you enjoy creating, just create for it. Document it, and you never know what's going to happen. That's just, I guess, my advice. But anyways, I started recording using the tripod more and more, and eventually I fell out of that anxiety that came with recording, right? And I started to realize that if my tripod, I know that when I see other people's tripod in the gym, if it is not on top of my head, I have no problem with it. I can walk around it like I'm walking around another person in the gym. If it's not in the way, there's literally nothing it's bothering me with. So I remember one day I came to this realization that, hey, if my tripod is bothering someone else to the point where they're getting really annoyed or really aggravated with the fact that I have it in the gym, that is a reflection of how they feel. Because I know that me being at comfortable with who I am and me being comfortable with accepting people as they are, I don't really care what you're doing in the gym, even if a tripod's there. It's more like if someone sees your tripod and is bothered by it, it's an internal conflict that they're battling, because they walked around people in the gym, no problem. That tripod is just like another person. If anything, it's stationary. So it's easier to dodge than it is anything else, right? So like them getting so bothered by a skinny little plastic stand that's not even in their way is a bigger reflection of them than it is you, you know? So it's like if my gym allows it, I'm using it. And I deserve to use a tripod just like I deserve to use a bench.
Exactly.
In that gym, you know?
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Well said.
And the frustration is their fault, not mine.
Exactly. It is their fault. It's their own insecurities getting into the way. They're probably jealous and they're like, oh, I wish I could do what she was doing, but I don't have the balls to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And
or it's like that
mad.
It's that conversation we had before that it's almost like I can never record because I'm working out too hard in the gym. Like the people come to the gym to record, not work out. Like it's just their own mental struggles.
Literally. It doesn't make sense. What does a tripod have to do with any of that, bro? What?
Yeah, but some people really think it like you're recording at the gym, so you're not exercising.
What?
You know, you've heard that thing about influencers. Like, influencers go to the gym to just record. They don't even actually work out.
Yeah.
Like,
wow. That hurts.
It does hurt a little bit. That one hits home just because it's like, damn, I know I'm working my ass off in the gym.
Literally. Wow. Oh, well. Screw them.
But before we wrap up this episode, I forgot to talk about it earlier, but I just wanted to mention why I didn't go to Miami because I feel like there's a couple people that were wondering maybe. For me, I woke up that morning with like a crazy anxiety attack. Like it started sort of stagnate with my heart beating, like, and I woke up way earlier than I was supposed to. And then like started like having trouble breathing. I was like in the bathroom, like I was like gagging, like literally like baby vomit. I was like, I remember sitting on the bathroom floor and I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna suck it up and I'm gonna go. But then I was like, I'm not gonna do this to myself. Like when I don't feel okay, it's okay for me to make the decision for me and just be like, I don't want to go to an airport right now and sit in an airplane. So I just pulled back. And I don't know what it was causing it. Sometimes I get that in the morning. I have been as of lately. Sometimes, you know, like, but I just made the decision that was best for myself, but I was there in spirit.
She was there in spirit. We're sending her pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
we're like,
so
we
cute.
wish you were here. Like, okay, RF loves Alfredo pasta, and we went to a place and they had Alfredo, so we sent her a picture. We're like, this reminds me of you.
So
I wish you were here.
Yeah, I'm really happy they had a good time, and that's all.
It would have been funner if you were there.
I can
always.
imagine.
We needed our third piece.
Oh, so cute.
Yes. Hopefully next time,
for your birthday.
Yes, next time we don't have that issue and we could bring you along.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna wrap up today's episode.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning into Muscle Mommies. Today's takeaway from this episode is gonna be to live your life without worrying about judgment from other people. And that includes traveling with no worries, eating with no worries, exercising with no worries. Do what you want to do.
Exactly. We love you very, very much.
We love you. Bye.